Good afternoon, friends. Now we are discussing introduction to fluid mechanics. That is module number one. We are discussing in this session properties of fluids. Starting with the properties of fluids. So the first property is density, or also called as mass density. In simple words, so we can say the density of any fluid as the ratio of the mass of the fluid to volume of the fluid. So it is denoted by the symbol rho. So the unit of mass density here. So mass of the fluid is in kg and the volume of the fluid is in meter cube. So the unit of mass density, or simply density, is kg is in kg per meter cube. So water is considered as the standard liquid. So whose density is 1000 kg per meter cube. So second property is specific weight, also called as the weight density. So it is the ratio of weight of the fluid to volume of the fluid. So it is denoted by the symbol here omega. So omega is nothing but the weight of the fluid to volume of the fluid. So here I am writing my weight of the fluid as the product of m into g, that is mass of the fluid into acceleration due to gravity. So that is m into g. So divided by volume of the fluid. So we know that mass of the fluid to volume of the fluid from the earlier property. So it is the mass density rho. So now my weight density is nothing but the product of rho into g. So my omega is equal to rho into g. So the value of the specific weight here. For the standard liquid, so that is water, is taken as 9.81. So that is multiplied by 1000 to get converted into Newton per meter cube. So it is 9.81 into 1000 Newton per meter cube. So that is in SI unit. So the specific weight or weight density is given as the product of mass density rho multiplied by acceleration due to gravity g. So that is the product of rho into g. So that is specific weight or weight density. So then specific volume. So it is the volume of the fluid which is occupied by the unit mass of the fluid. So mathematically we can say that the specific volume is the ratio of volume of the fluid to mass of the fluid. So I can write this ratio as 1 over the mass of the fluid by volume of the fluid, which is the same as volume of fluid by mass of the fluid. So now we know that mass of the fluid by volume of the fluid ratio is considered as the mass density rho. So that's why it is called as specific volume is 1 upon the rho. So that is the reciprocal of the mass density. So specific volume is the reciprocal of mass density. So mass density is in kg per meter cube, whereas the specific volume is in the reciprocal of mass density. So that is why it is meter cube per kg here. So then specific gravity or relative density. So it is the ratio of weight density of the fluid to weight density of the standard fluid. That is weight density of the given fluid to weight density of the standard fluid. For liquids, the standard fluid is water. So that's why we say S, that is the symbol S is denoting the specific gravity. So now for liquid we say that it is the ratio of density of the given liquid to density of the standard liquid, that is water. For gases, the specific gravity is now called as the ratio of density of the given gas to density of the standard gas. So the standard gas here is taken as air. So specific gravity of the mercury, which will be considered as one of the most liquid having the higher density. So whose specific gravity is given as 13.6. So now viscosity. So viscosity is the major property of any fluid. So it is considered as the property of the fluid which is offering resistance to the movement of one layer of the fluid over its immediate adjacent layer of the fluid. If you consider any fluid flowing, so taking any two adjacent layers, so one layer is offering resistance to the movement of its immediate layer, maybe the layer on the top of it or the layer to the bottom of it. So each layer is offering resistance to the movement of its immediate adjacent layers. When you consider any two layers, so having the distance dy apart as shown in the graph here, so that is moving one over another layer, so at different velocities. So one fluid layer is at a velocity u, the other layer is at a velocity u plus du as shown in the figure. Now the velocity difference is nothing but the difference of u and u plus du. So that is nothing but du here. So it causes the shear stress acting between the fluid layers. So here on x-axis we are showing the velocity u, and on y-axis we are showing the distance between the layers of the fluid. Now the top layer will cause a shear stress on its the adjacent lower layer. If you consider the top layer here having the velocity u plus du, so the next lower layer is at the velocity here u. So here the shear stress will be created here. So now the shear stress is proportional to the rate of change of velocity with respect to y. So now this shear stress is denoted by the symbol tau. So tau is directly proportional to du. So that is it is depending on the velocity and inversely proportional to the distance between the layers of the fluid. So if the distance between the layers is too much, so the stress induced there is also less. So stress is inversely proportional to the distance between the layers, whereas directly proportional to the velocity of the fluid layer. So tau is proportional to du by dy. So rate of change of velocity with respect to y. So we have mu, so that is proportionality constant. So tau is equal to mu into du by dy. So mu is equal to tau divided by du by dy. So viscosity is defined as the shear stress that is required to produce unit rate of shear strain. So viscosity mu is given as the shear stress tau required to produce unit rate of shear strain. So that is du by dy. So this is about the viscosity of the fluid. Thank you.